Y'all already know, man. It's Culture Talk TV, man, and we want to give a big shout out. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Sister Sarah fried garlic crab. If you're looking for any seafood, the best seafood in the whole county, Sister Sarah garlic crab. Y'all make sure to tap in.
Hey, you know what it is? It's Culture Talk TV. I need you to tap in with us on the hot topics in our city.
What it is, y'all. Y'all already know, man. It's another episode, Culture Talk TV, episode number 43.
Yes,
And you know
sir.
it's your host with the most, Tim the Official. This episode is brought to you tonight, not only by Sister Sarah Fried Garlic Crab, the best seafood restaurant in
Sister
South
Sarah.
Florida. Can't forget, we have D1H Apparel, number one brand, up and coming, and of course, street billboards. And then you have SGO Zaza. If you need that gas, SGO Zaza, man, shout out to them. But tonight, we got one of them ones, man. Tonight we got that boy in here. He's on the rise, doing this thing, doing numbers, man. So this is Broward's, one of Broward's actually finest for real. My boy Junior, brother. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm
How you
doing
doing,
good.
Culture
I'm
Talk?
doing
For sure.
good,
Thanks for
brother.
having me out here, honestly, man.
Nah,
Honestly.
for sure. So how you
Yeah.
feeling today, brother?
Man, I'll be honest, I was kind of down because before I got here, I was looking at some of the sports news, and, my team, the Miami Heat, they made no plays this season around, they made no moves. Pat Riley, I don't know what he's doing, but despite that, I'm still in high energy.
Mm-hmm.
My first podcast, I'm very blessed, highly honored. Once again, shout out to SGO, shout out to Sister Sarah, like you mentioned. Shout out to Shooter, the producer, for getting the lights set up, the cameras, the production all in one piece, and just really, Culture Talk. Thanks once again. Thanks for having me out here, man.
For sure that.
Once in a lifetime. We'll never forget this experience once we turn the cameras off. Honestly.
Of course. Now it's good that I'm actually glad that you came. Glad of having you here because we met at Papa Migos.
Yeah.
Thanks of Pompano Gym.
Shout out Pompano Gym.
Pompano Gym.
I
Shout out to
appreciate
you.
We love you, dog.
Yeah, big
Still
shout
love
out to you. You feel me? Because
yeah,
we definitely linked up for that. We had an amazing time. So, but I definitely want the audience to get to know you. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
just know you. So, where were you born and raised?
First of all, my name is directed by Junior. Mm-hmm. I was born in Nigeria. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people think I'm Haitian or Jamaican, but no, I'm born in Nigeria.
Okay.
But wasn't raised. I was mostly raised down in Deepside, and that's like the hood of Broward County. Moved down when I was 2 years old, living in Deepside for the first 7-8 years of my life. In the trenches, though. But that's home sweet home. I went from Deepside, moving up to I stayed from Deepside a little bit, Lauderdale Lakes, and I went over to Oakland Park, where I lived off my elementary and middle school years. You feel me? A little bit of high school too as well. Oakland Park, doing my little thing. And then from Oakland Park, I currently redesign Sunrise. You feel me? Sunrise Plantation. That's why a lot of my content, majority of my content actually is like in the Deep Side, Sunrise Plantation area. But, this year, I'm going to try to expand to like places like Coconut Creek, or Springs, Parkland, Weston, Hollywood. There's a lot of parts of Broward I need to cover, but that's really who I am, what I do. I went to school, FAU, Florida Atlantic University, for filmmaking. I was in school for medical, but it wasn't for me. I wanted to do something that would make me happy, and what I do best, which is filmmaking. I'm a very good video editor. From there, I've been over and selling my content. This last year was a very blessed year for me, where a lot of my stuff was being seen from people from not just in Broward, but all across the state of Florida, from Gainesville to Tampa, name it, West Palm Beach, Miami, and down here, home sweet home, Broward County. So I'm very blessed, highly honored.
Definitely.
I give all my credit to God, the one up there.
Yes, sir.
And my family, my friends, for keeping me level, keep me humble. So that's really who I am today, what I do.
For sure.
Honestly, yes.
Hey, nah. I love that. You definitely got high energy, giving it to God. You know what I mean? I love that. You're a positive guy. I love the energy, brother.
Yeah.
So what made you get into like film work or filmmaking? Like at what age did you start getting into it?
So, I was a kid. I was always glued to the TV, growing up. That's why I wear glasses. I got bad vision because I was always in front of the TV screen, just watching cartoons, films. Even with this walk, I see some films that I recognize, from The Departed to Reservoir Dogs, some of my favorite films, you know. And one thing that really got me into filming was just Pixar films, you know, animation. I used to love films like Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Cars, especially Cars, Lightning McQueen, all that stuff. So you're just watching the how these animation studios will produce these films. I was always like glued to just the storytelling, you know. I love telling stories. That's why what I do with Broward County, no matter if I'm telling a story about a friend who was in a car accident, you know, my shout out to my boy Mitri, telling his story, or just telling a story about a restaurant that I love and in the door growing up. I love telling stories, from individuals to businesses to just culture, all that stuff.
Okay, so when did it? Okay, so like, all right, but when did it? What? Okay, what was your first interaction to say I'm gonna do this? What was your first thing that you, let's say, filmed, if that's a word? What's
That's
the
a good
first thing
question.
you filmed?
Well, during my Broward College days, where I was in medical field, I wanted to really take a pivot in my life where, you know, I don't want to do medical, I want to do something else. So I started doing a lot of filmmaking stuff in Broward College. I'll say around 2019. That's when I really started dipping my toes into those type of waters and just started making like short films on my YouTube channel. Check out my YouTube. A lot of my short films and my documentaries are on there. I really stayed during my Broward College days, 2019.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that's when I
okay.
started taking things way more serious.
Nah, definitely,
Yes.
definitely. So, what did it take for you to say, I'm gonna take this serious, even though you were in school? Obviously, you're focusing on that. You have
Yeah.
probably focusing on living day to day life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, what did it take for you to be able to get over that and focus and make it happen?
With the mindset of just knowing that you only live once in this life, honestly, because you know, I will be damned if I live a life where I didn't pursue my dreams or pursue my goals and just going the traditional route, the safe route, which is fine for some people. But you know, my mom, she's Nigerian. She wanted me to become a doctor or a nurse, and that's traditional, which is fine. But I know for a fact it would not make me happy. So I wanted to take a route that would make me happy, and just the mindset of just, you know, I had friends that I lost as well. I'm the one that's still around. I'll make them proud, make myself proud, even make my family proud. So just taking that mindset, just you only live once, and you never want to live a life that you let your opportunity slip away. Honestly,
Man, that's deep. I
for real.
like that. Nah, that's for real.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather chase my goals than to not.
Absolutely,
Like,
man.
you
Yeah,
know?
like I said, like, you know, back to the point where I was saying, like, you know, I have friends that I lost. You know, rest in peace, my boy Chris. You know, Elijah recently. I'm blanking out. Eric, Miles Solomon, and I just had a friend I can't really see on camera, but just passed away. I have a unfortunate
Man,
amount of friends.
I seen one of your posts, bro, when you was doing this shout out to a lot of us. You was walking through and just
Yeah,
giving a
man.
shout out. Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's the reason why I take my craft very serious and just try to pursue and not let fear get in the way of things. Because you know, my friends are not gone. They're looking down at what I'm doing. You know, all I can do is make them proud and just, you know, really just go on from there.
Nah, for sure. And just for the audience, I want y'all to know that the post that I'm referring to is he made a post where he's walking through and he's talking about his fallen homies, and he's really talking about doing it for them and actually like keeping like that keeps him motivated, knowing that he's still here and they still watching him and he putting in his work. So that's the post I'm referring to, and it's on his page. So I understand. For
Appreciate you for
yes,
pointing that out.
No, for sure, brother.
Yeah.
So yeah. So now, okay, bet you're in it. So now you're 20. Now you're in it. You decided this is what I'm gonna do.
Absolutely.
So when do you go crazy and start doing all these posts?
Another phenomenal question. So I think my first starstruck moment was even before I started doing the whole Broward County thing, which was still Broward based, but it was a year after the fact. Was when I did my, a lot of people don't know this, but I was the one that did that Broward County, the lush greenery video. It's like where it's like a air shot of just footage of Broward County, and it transitioned to like funny Broward clips. Maybe you could put it like on the side somewhere, but I seen you that video. But that was my first like Broward moment. That was like in 2023. And you know, after 2023, I think 2024, sorry, 2024. After that, I didn't have nothing happen for me. That was my first viral moment. I was just trying to post videos here and there, but I wasn't consistent. So I think towards the end of 2024, December 2024, going to 2025, I said, you know what? I'm being very inconsistent. I want to put things into full gear. So from December of 2024 up until like 2025, I was posting every single day. And I started getting that spark of light in January 2025. And from there, I just been going up that hill, man. And I was excited. I post every single day, at least up some from technically, yeah. 2024 December up to now. Well, kind of now. You get to part where I got banned, but up to now, I was posting every single day, nonstop. And the only time I missed a date was when I got banned on October 21st of 2025. Other than that, I try my best to be very consistent, just keep that pedal to the metal.
Right, brother.
Yeah.
And it's like you actually did it. And for people, so for those that think it's not possible,
It
bro,
is
for those,
possible.
you know what I mean? For
Yeah.
those that think it's like I can't make it happen in a year, you crazy?
Yeah.
Like, you know
It took
what I
a year
mean?
for me to really just get myself into like what I want to do, find my niche, and just experiment too. So if you're content creative, experiment. Maybe one video might not pop up, but the next video will. You know, just keep experimenting, looking for the niche you want to be in, no matter if it's food or cars or just whatever. Experiment, be consistent. I promise you, you will see the promised land once you get on that type of time. And I promise you, man.
That part. Nah, and that's good word. And that's really big ups. And I love that because the youth can soak that up.
Absolutely.
Because you know what I mean? They can soak that up because that's what it's about. Like you said, finding your niche, finding what you want to do, finding what makes you comfortable and saying back, you know what? I like where I'm at. I'm gonna do this 100 and just do it. And then that's going like you said, the green light gonna show. The green light's gonna show.
Absolutely.
Nah, for sure that, brother. So all right, so like growing up, like what are some of your memorable films that you watched? Or
like I said earlier, I love cars, man. Like you get asked what's your favorite film. I'm not gonna say Scarface or Goodfellas, which are still great films, but I'm still a kid at heart, man. Cars, man. I love Cars. It's a silly film, but I just really do adore that film, man.
Okay, all right. Cars so deep, bro. Like that movie, like that. People don't know, but all right. Cars is deep, and trust me, I know our audience know. Cars was a deep one.
I say as a recent, you know, I say The Incredibles. My girl, she loved The Incredibles, and I never really cared about the film growing up. But as I spent more time with her, you know, I would go to her house. She had The Incredibles popped on the TV. I just watch with her like time and time again. So The Incredibles, like I mentioned earlier, Reservoir Dogs. That's Quentin Tarantino, great filmmaker, film director. I love his films. So you know, it's just a little bit of animation, just like, you know, high end like pop culture stuff. I just love films, man. I'm a big films a student of the game, honestly.
For sure. So have you been to any like film festivals, things like that?
Do your homework, man.
No, I'm just asking.
Because I did back in 2023. So I was saying I have a YouTube channel where I got some short films and some like documentaries, and you know, shout out to my boy, the breaking news reporter.
Okay.
Yes, I did a documentary about him back in 2020. At my pace around 2023. Yes.
Okay.
Where January 2023, we linked up. We shot some footage of him reporting the news, getting to know him, and I did the whole documentary about him. But I just posted it on YouTube. I was still in school at the time, and my professor said, "Wow, this is a great documentary. You should submit it to some film festivals." That's a great idea. Shout out to my boy, my professor James Emerson, great professor at Broward College. I don't know if he's still there, but you know, I still
shout out to that. We need more professors and educators like that.
He saw my documentary. Said, "It's a great documentary." Submitted some film festivals. I submitted to two. The Subculture Film Festival, which they changed the name. I forgot the new name, but another film festival is called the Fort Lauderdale International Film Festival. I didn't win at none of them, but that's fine because it was just about the experience. I was able to do panels, Q&As, and the film festival at Fort Lauderdale was very high end. Me and my boys, my boys, man, we all came out there to support me, watch my film on the big screen. Man, it was just a once in a lifetime opportunity. I would experience that again. And yeah, I do got some films on my YouTube channel, documentaries on those. Man, I love that experience.
And just like you're saying, so I want us to tap into that real quick. So like,
I talk so fast, man. I'm just excited right now.
No, that's cool. It's cool. Because like, you know, I love the fact like you said that, because experience is like, for people that want to do content, for people that want to do anything, it's about that experience. You have to get out there. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I understand that you guys watch us and watch what we do, and you know, but you guys have to go out there and gain your experience. You have to, you know what I mean?
You gotta be seasoned in this game, man. You can't be, I mean, you know, it's all about getting yourself involved, getting your toes in different environments, and just making yourself uncomfortable to be comfortable, you know.
Yes, sir. That's deep. Exactly. So right now, so when you do your content, do you have a team with you, or you a one-man army? Like, how does that go?
I have a team, but it's a very small, scarce team for my manager. My girl, she's part of the team. I can't lie. She put me on TikTok, to where TikTok is a very powerful tool. You can find a viral sound, the caption, all that stuff. My girl put me on game with that. Shout out to her. My friend group, you know, they're my team to keep my mindset level, to give me ideas. But even as of course God, God, of course.
Yeah.
But a lot of things. I mean, a lot of things from the editing to driving now. I put a lot of miles in my car to go to Boca to freaking Miami. A lot of the things that you see me post on a daily basis done all by me from the mind of Affected by Junior, man. It do get overwhelming sometimes, but this is what I love. I truly do love this county, to the West Palm County, to the Miami-Dade. I just love what I do, and just keep producing content for everyone to enjoy and love and share, click and like, and all that type of stuff.
Nah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure, brother. And so, question, like,
Yes, sir.
do you view yourself in like um acting as well? Not only film directing, like, do you see yourself like big time acting
I
as
would
well?
love to,
Okay.
but for me to do this, it's gonna take some work done to where my fluidity, the way I talk, I'll be honest, it's not really there. Well, what I gotta do is read more, get my pronunciation right, and just advance my vocabulary. That's something I want to work on this year. But acting, I won't eliminate that from my skills. I would love to get into that. But I feel like I'll be a very powerful tool behind the scenes, behind the cameras. But I feel like acting, I can for sure get into that field.
I'm
Why
not
not?
gonna lie to you real quick though. I think this is gonna be one of the most powerful episodes
Oh, you think
because
so?
the reason I say that is because you're an individual that's finding success. And with
Oh,
finding
man.
success, you're also identifying your weaknesses.
Yeah.
So you're soon gonna be a fucking phenom. You feel me?
Appreciate you. It's all about being vulnerable, man.
But a lot of people don't do that. A lot of
Yeah.
people they refuse to do that. They refuse to go in those vulnerable places. They
Yeah.
refuse to do that, and that's when people become stuck. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? But like you said, make yourself uncomfortable till you're comfortable. It's
Yeah.
like you have to like really see a vision and be like, look, I'm gonna go with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And really like see where it takes you. And it's gonna take you somewhere that like you said, the mundane and the base life can't take you. You know
You
what
know
I
what,
mean?
Culture Talk? I appreciate you for saying that, man. Because it does take a lot of hard work. Be vulnerable as us as men. Not every man want to show their vulnerable side. They want to show their egotistical side, where they want to let themselves know that, oh, I'm a big macho guy. But it's always good as men to be very vulnerable and just let it loose you sometimes. Don't always take yourself too serious. You feel me? Honestly.
Facts.
Honestly.
That's how you stop your growth.
Absolutely, yeah. It's all about growth, man.
Yes, sir. For real. Yeah, like being an everyday student. That's what life's about.
Oh, I'm a student for sure. I love learning from other people, or even teaching fellow people who want to get into content. I'm a student of the game, and even a teacher of the game as well. I'm willing to teach, learn from other folks, and just
Definitely. So who are some icons in the film world that you may not necessarily look up to, but just have respect for?
Yeah, I say even look up to I can go that part as well.
for sure,
So John Lasseter, he's the founder, one of the founders and directors of Pixar. He's the one that made the studio and Toy Story, directed Cars.
Nah, this your lane. I don't know none of that.
I feel you.
Yeah,
Quentin Tarantino,
Okay.
he made films like Kill Bill, Reservoir Dogs, very popularly Pulp Fiction. Some of the guys, Martin Scorsese. I love 21. Not almost a 21 Jump Street. I mean, The Wolf of Wall Street. Yes, great film with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
I just seen Taxi Driver, great film as well. Just a lot of head hunters up there in the Hollywood studios that I look up to. I could go all day just naming some guys. Just some guys.
So you really in it. You really do your homework. You really like. So this is.
I'm still learning too, man. Christopher Nolan. Sorry, and it's just some guys that I'm still learning.
Nah, for sure,
Yes.
for sure. So I mean, like you were saying earlier, I know at times it can get you, like you said, not even overwhelming because this is life. You know what I mean? So, but how do you dang, what's that word? Oh, my mom was trying to tell me earlier. Mentalize or placement everything in your mind where you're not overwhelmed, where you don't burn out. How do you make sure you don't burn out?
I can't even answer that question. I do experience some burnout sometimes, man. Because like I said before, I did this is my 4th, 5th video today, all in the same jacket. One is doing pretty well on TikTok, and this is gonna be another one that's gonna be published next week, whatever time you want to post it. I do get overwhelmed. I won't be lying if I say I don't. But I just try to keep myself calm and collected, pray, be around people that do care and adore me and my health. But really, it's just I just have everything vision in my head. It might not always go as planned, but I try to edit the video in my head and just make whatever I vision come to reality. That's where I don't get overly overwhelmed. But at times it do get overwhelming. I'll go to the grocery store, people recognize me. Oh, that guy on TikTok. But that type of recognition is very important for me because it just shows that my hard work is being paid off. It's to the point I don't even got to introduce myself anymore. I walk into a room, people locally would know who I am. It's a very phenomenal experience, and I won't ever take it away for anything, really.
Nah, for
But
sure.
yeah, that's
So
all I really
like,
gotta say.
where do you find me time sometimes? Like, where do you fit that into the
Oh yeah, for
schedule?
sure. Shout out to the Run Club Elite. That's where I go for my little runs, going to the gym. I just signed up for the Crunch Fitness because I got banned from the gym last year. So I try to make fitness another ethnicity in my life. Be with my girl. I love hanging out with her. I really do adore my girlfriend, my
Mhm.
woman, my lady.
What's up?
Watch movies with her, all that
Give
stuff.
her a shout out. Give her a shout out. Give her
I'm
a
not gonna
shout
say her
out.
name,
Not her name, but just say,
but
what's
shout
up,
out to
babe? I love her.
shout
Tell
out to
her.
my lady for just keeping me love, believing in me, being with me from day one to up to now. You were probably the only one I already see my progress, seeing my dark days and my light days. You're my light in my end of my tunnel. So really, God bless you. Just thanks for being there for me, honestly.
That part,
Yes.
that part. That's real now.
One
That's
day we're gonna
real.
be celebrating with champagne once we both see the promised land. Honestly, I
That
can't wait for that
part,
day.
that part, that
Yes.
part. Respect, brother. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. So all right. So now, so now that you're now are established in it, this is what you do. This is your life. So now, all right. What is the future like for Junior?
To start my own production company to where I can help produce not just my content, but to help produce everybody else's content, no matter if it's from filmmaking to clothing to music, you name it. I want to be for the people and even be for myself, but just help produce as much content. Because, in South Florida, the talent pool is endless.
For real, brother.
Yes, it's
Yes,
endless.
sir.
But the one thing that I see a lot of people that struggle, that do got talent, is that they have a hard time platforming themselves. They got the talent, but they don't know how to market their talent.
Yes.
I want to be the guy that, that can recognize the talent like an A&R and also help put
Right.
their talent in the forefront. A lot of people that I know that are very talented from photography to filmmaking, they're not good at showcasing their talent and putting it, for everybody to watch and see and enjoy and love. So I want to be the type of person that can really help put everybody's talent in South Florida
For
to
sure.
the forefront. Sandbox Kids LLC, that's what it's called.
Definitely.
Yeah, shout out to my manager Steven Villator for helping me to kickstart that.
Shout out.
Kickstart my business, and really shout out to Steven. Honestly, that's my boy, my manager. He helped me during the dark times and the light times. He's my boy. Friend first, manager second. Yes, my boy Steven Villator. Thanks for everything you've done, everything that you're about to do, boy.
Yes,
Appreciate you.
sir. That
But yeah,
part.
it's really just the future is just starting my own production company. Yes.
Okay. So now, so like you said, doing your own production company.
Yes,
now
sir.
you have your own vision. So, and actually, before I even go in that direction, I love what you're saying, because I actually want to tap in on that.
Yes.
That's actually the reason for this platform.
Absolutely.
Like
And
the
I do
reason,
appreciate you for that.
know
Thank
what
you
I
for
mean?
bringing
The
me
reason
on.
for my platform is I want to have individuals that are doing their own thing.
Yes.
They're standing on what they're doing. They want people to know, this is what I do. I want you to know me as this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because when the youngsters see this, they're gonna
Yes.
see you and be like, yeah, I got glasses, I got this, but
Yes.
I could chase this, or I got this guy, I got tattoos, I could chase whatever. They see us and understand that we are right now chasing our dreams, letting y'all know, chase your dreams, because they know better feeling than chasing your dreams. I promise you that.
Let me piggyback off that. Once again, shout out to you and your whole crew and your team. I think last year, the first annual Best in Broward Award just happened. I got selected to be the winner of the Best Influencer Content Creator in Broward. I do want to once again thank you for making a platform to help everybody showcase their talent, no matter if it's from music or just photography, content creator, food content, all that stuff. I do appreciate you for finding new ways, innovative ways to put people on game what they're doing. Because like I said, South Florida, Broward especially, is the talent pool is endless. What you got going on is very, very creative, and it's never been done before. I can't wait to be part of the second annual Best in Broward Awards. If I do win or lose, I'm gonna try to be out there to show my love and support. And like whoever wins this year around 2026, Godspeed, honestly.
Hey, that's that part. Hey, what he meant is he on yes.
I mean, friendly competition. I love what I do, but win or lose, I hope to see you out there. Shout out to Papa No Gym, random shout out, Papa No Gym. Brando Foodie, Skate Nate, some of the foodie guys out there.
For sure, definitely.
Out there, yeah.
Shout out to the guys, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, it's just random shout. I'm gonna just throw out some random shout outs throughout the whole podcast. I am really appreciative, but on to the next question.
For sure. So like, all right, now that you're here, you're established, you have goals, you have a future planned out. What is one thing you want the world to know about you that they don't know?
I might need to think about this question. What about me that they don't know? You might need to edit this part. I'm gonna do some real thinking about this part. That's a very thought provoking question. I don't think I've ever hit that question before, at least not in a long time. what is something about the world that they don't know about me that I want them to know?
Mhm.
Yeah, he might edit this part for real.
Nah, this all good. It's
That's
all
a very
good.
good question, man.
Mhm.
Not everything you see not everything you see on the internet is the way it's seen. You might see me as the type of guy that's always whimsical, full of energy. But there is times where I do see myself giving up, like I said, I grew up in a Nigerian household where they want you to be very traditional. And I don't want to get too deep, but just know that Nigerians, they don't
Nah.
always see, or even any Caribbean family,
Mhm. Mhm.
they might not see your vision
Right.
the way it is, to the point it can be very demotivating. To the point I did see myself in a very like slump. Let me tell you a quick story real quick. So when I posted my first viral Broward moment, it was during a very tough time back in 2023 where I was in a very undecided life part of my life where I didn't know what I want to do, but I was very good at editing and making videos. And I'm gonna just say my mom, she wasn't she did it, at least at the time, didn't really believe in my vision, but she's very into her spiritual. She's a Christian. She believes in God
Mhm.
heavily.
Mhm.
So one day, as I'm editing on my slow iMac computer of my biggest viral video at the time, before I even posted it, we had a little differences, leading up to that conversation. She didn't believe my vision, but she walked into my room that morning and said, "Look, I prayed, and prayed, and I still don't understand what you want to do in your life, but you know what? God gave me a vision that you could be very successful in your field. So I'm gonna give you the validation to do what you got to do. Just make me proud, son." My mom gave me that validation for the
Damn.
first time of what I wanted to do, and because of that, I made her watch my clip that I had edited. I wasn't even planning on posting it, but since she gave me that validation, she gave me the confidence to do what I want to do. I showed her my little clip I had working. She was like, "Wow, this is very awesome, man. I can't believe you edited this, man. Keep doing your thing, and I love you, son." And just the other validation just me. You know what? Let me post this video. I posted on Instagram that same day, and it goes dummy viral on Instagram and TikTok. So I'm gonna give it that
Damn.
validation. So there was a time where I was very, very like down, like I didn't know what I want to do with my life, but I had the talent, but I didn't know how to start or where I wanted to go. But thank you, mom, for just giving me validation. I promise you, mom, I'll make you proud with what I want to do. So that's one thing I wanted to tell that people. This is really a story that people didn't really know about me. That I was very, very down. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Right.
You might think I have it all figured out, but there was a time where I didn't have it all figured out. So
Right.
I think my mom and God, of course, would give her that validation and that confidence to believe in me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. And so one thing I can say is that me growing up in South Florida, I'm able to identify with a lot of different cultures and
Yeah.
households and how they were brought up. So even though I wasn't brought up in a household, I know exactly how you were brought up. Like
Yeah.
you had to rebel
Oh,
for your
absolutely.
right
Yes.
to be creative.
Yeah, there was a lot of
You
screaming
know.
matches in the house, a lot of back
Mhm,
and forth going on back then,
mhm,
where my peoples were really like, go to school, become a nurse, or go to school, become something traditional that's very
mhm,
safe, which is, nothing wrong to being a very safety in that type of environment. But, like I said earlier, you only live once. And what I didn't want to do was take that traditional nursing or doctor route and do something I wanted to do that I love. So, like you said, even though I'm Nigerian, I think you're Jamaican, right? Jamaican background.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there's still a lot of similarities in
mhm.
those two aspects.
Right, right.
We're
Facts.
but despite that we're all one. Black
Mhm,
history, let's go.
mhm, for
Black
sure.
history.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
but yeah, that's all I really got to say, man.
Mhm,
You understand where I came from, my
yeah, for
background.
sure. Exactly,
Yeah,
brother. Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yes,
So
sir.
yeah, yeah. So for sure. So one thing that I like to ask, before winding down is,
Hmm.
how does it feel being you?
Oh yeah, like I said, man, like I am just very, very blessed. I'm healthy. The skin is clear. I look good. Recently I went on a not perfect, but on a very decent Daniel fast.
Mhm.
Where I lost 18 pounds eating straight fruit, veggies, oats, and strictly water for 25 days straight.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, I
whoa.
broke it for one day for the national college football game where I had to eat some wings. I was busting out some wings watching my team lose, unfortunately. But even then, I did 25 days. Not consistent, but 25 days
Mm,
just eating well, where I lost 18 pounds. So I feel like I'm in a very
damn,
good state of mind right now.
that's what's
Like
up.
I said, I go to the grocery store, I go somewhere, I'm being recognized for my work. I don't gotta introduce myself no more. I'm
Right.
I'm in a very unique point of life where not a lot of people are in my position where, I'm just happy. I'm really just
All
happy,
right.
blessed. Got a phenomenal circle of people around me. My
Cool.
first podcast,
All right.
I can't complain really, man. I
Definitely,
really can't
definitely.
complain. Life is great,
Awesome.
man.
Yes,
And before
sir.
I even wrap this up, I'm from Nigeria. I don't know if you go to access code. I'm from Nigeria, and I just went to Nigeria, right? And I see some things out there just made me appreciate life more. I was in the village. People are fighting for water, food, things like that's not guaranteed. Electricity is not guaranteed, and just seeing the environment how it was over there, and seeing how I'm living over here, I'm just extremely grateful and blessed. Honestly, man,
Nice.
people
Real
are wishing to
talk.
be in my shoes,
Real
but I'm the
talk.
one in these shoes, man. The only thing I can do is just make my people proud, make everybody proud. I can't be lazy because if I'm lazy, I'm letting down the ones that believe in me.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, so I'm in a very unique, blessed position to the point I just really can't complain.
Definitely.
I try to find light in all the bad situations and light in all the good situations. Honestly.
Okay.
hmm
And so you said that you were recently there. So is that the trip that you were just talking about, or is that?
Yeah, Nigeria.
Okay,
Yeah. I
okay,
remember
okay.
we were saying this off camera that you hit me
Right.
that for this podcast to be put into fruition. I was at the airport in Miami International Airport when you hit me up back in December 15th for this podcast.
Right.
I was about to head on the flight to go to Nigeria, and I'm just glad I made it back home safe and sound
Yes,
for
sir.
this phenomenal experience of a podcast.
Definitely,
Yes.
no, for sure. Thank you for having. Thank you for coming. You know what I'm
No,
saying? It's been
honestly.
a pleasure.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? We definitely need to have you for a part 2 for sure, for sure.
hmm
We definitely want to do, a follow up, figure out what you got going on, because I know it's gonna
There's a
be
lot going on, man.
yeah.
Absolutely,
I know
man.
you're gonna be going on a run. You know what I
Another
mean?
phenomenal year for me. I know I can sense, I can smell it, man. It's gonna be another great for not just for me, for everybody around in South Florida.
All
It's gonna be
right.
a great year for you, me,
Yes,
Shooter
sir.
back there.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yes,
SGO,
sir.
the sponsor,
Yes,
Sister
sir.
Sarah, all the
Yes,
sponsors you
sir.
mentioned. It's gonna be a
Exactly.
great year for everybody, all the businesses,
Definitely.
man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Nah, man, this is definitely be. I told you, brother, this is gonna be one of those episodes, man, where the audience is gonna feel it. They're gonna
Oh, no,
understand.
for
You
sure,
know what I
man.
mean?
Once in a lifetime, first experience.
Yes, sir.
Once again, thanks for having me for
Nah,
this
for sure.
podcast,
Thank you for
man.
coming, brother. I
Bless
appreciate you,
up,
brother.
man.
Bless up,
Yes.
bless up. So y'all already know, man. This has been Culture Talk TV, episode number 43, with our special guest, man, directed by Junior, man, Broward County's own, man. So y'all already know.
Yes,
His link
sir.
will be in the bio. This has been another freaking episode, man. Culture Talk TV, man,
Let's
directed
get
by
it.
Junior.
We out, man.